Let's start, though, Jim, with this FDA report on the Pfizer data, which they're going to look at as they meet. The advisory committee meets this week. I mean, it's one thing to hear it from Pfizer, but some of these charts are truly remarkable as the curve bends really after one dose.
Yeah, this was big news, and I know that Dr. Gottlieb retweeted that graph, which just showed you a remarkable bring it on kind of results that make me feel, again, that we are going to be in a situation where things are going to change rather dramatically in 2021. And I think people are going to have to start getting ready and realize that this market's been going up because of some people recognizing that maybe things are well ahead. I've got an article in my hands from Greenman, a publication out of Britain, which says there's going to be a vaccine glut in the advanced economies. David, a vaccine glut. Well, wouldn't that be good news?
Yes, that would be good news. We would hope that, well, first of all, that as many people as possible can take it as quickly as possible. Now, we are also, though, dealing with this news, Jim, that the U.S. government did not take an option on Pfizer's vaccine to as many doses as it might have had available. Scott Gottlieb, of course, who we rely on so often, and there's the story itself, but Scott Gottlieb, who is a board member of Pfizer and, of course, somebody that we have relied on here at CNBC throughout this pandemic for day in, day out good advice, spoke very candidly. And, you know, sometimes a board member would take the fifth, basically say, hey, I'm not management. He did not do that. He went right at it and said, yeah, there was an option given to the U.S. government. It didn't take it. Take a listen.
Pfizer did offer an additional allotment coming out of that plant, basically the second quarter allotment to the United States government multiple times, and as recently as after the interim data came out and we knew this vaccine looked to be effective. I think that the government made a bet that they are going to option or advance purchase vaccines from multiple manufacturers. They have agreements now with 5 or 6 manufacturers for about 100 million doses each manufacturer. They want to spread those bets.
Spread the bets, Jim, as opposed to potentially, it was an option. That's what I don't understand. It wasn't like you had to actually exercise that option and agree to it. Just the option. Why not take it? Why not have as much available as possible, given, of course, he said after the interim, so you already knew there was a decent chance this thing was going to be effective.
Well, given what the 7, 8, 9, 10 policymakers in the administration, wouldn't you like to know, David, who was on the other side of that? Who said, you know what, we're going to take a pass on that fantastic opportunity? Because once again, what I find is that when we see something like this, we really don't know who was behind it. Was it the FDA? I don't think it was Dr. Fauci.
I don't know who the decision-making was. Now, listen, we're going to still have, 100 million doses. That's 50 million. Remember, you need 2. Right. So that's still 50 million people by, first quarter. That's the production. But that'll get them through June. The Moderna, I don't know where we stand on that, Jim, in terms of what we've optioned or what we haven't of the Moderna vaccine.
But it was rather startling to hear Dr. Gottlieb not mince words.
No.
I'd like to know, was the president offended that they weren't part of Warp Speed? Was there indignance? Was there something about Pfizer's intransigence in the sense that they said, listen, we can do it on our own way? I mean, Carl, one of the things I'm really confident is that we won't know those answers because it's time really to try to overturn the Pennsylvania and the Georgia situation.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.